If you run a pressure washing or exterior cleaning business and your Facebook ads and organic content never turn into steady jobs, you're probably only talking to the 5 to 10% of homeowners who are already ready to buy. In this video, I'm going to break down the 5 levels of customer awareness for exterior cleaning and show you exactly what videos, posts, and ads to use at each level so more strangers turn into book jobs consistently. And you've probably seen this play out 100 times. You finally run some Facebook ads for a week or two, they crush it, the phone rings, you get a few nice jobs, and then they just stop. And then you start posting on Facebook Reels, TikToks, IG Shorts. They get views, a few comments, but the phone still doesn't ring. And your website works, but only when a referral is already sold and just needs your number. So from your side, it feels like this constant pattern of trying something, you get a little tiny spike, and then you get nothing. And that's not because you're bad at marketing or bad at cleaning. It's because almost everything you're putting out is aimed at one tiny group of people. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is zoom out and break down the 5 levels of awareness your customers actually move through and where the other 90% of your future customers are actually hiding. Because level 1 is going to be completely unaware, and these homeowners don't even realize there's a problem. Their life is fine, they're not thinking about cleaning anything. And then you have level 2, which is they're problem aware. They notice something's off, but they don't know exactly what is wrong or what to do about it. So they might ask questions like, why is my siding green? Why is my driveway so slippery whenever it rains? And level 3 is going to be solution aware. They know there's a way to fix it and they're exploring options. So they might ask questions like, I should probably get this cleaned. Do I do it myself? Do I hire a pressure washer? Is there going to be a safer method to go ahead and do this job? And then level 4 is going to be product aware. They've decided that they're going to hire a professional company, and now they're just comparing apples to apples. And so their biggest question is going to be, which exterior cleaning company in my area can I actually trust? And then level 5 is the most aware. They know who you are, they believe you can solve the problem, and they just need a reason to act now. So a big chunk of people are going to be at the completely unaware and problem aware stage, and a smaller chunk are going to be at the solution and product aware stage, and the absolute smallest will be at the most aware. But most pressure washing and exterior cleaning companies only create content for the most aware customers. I'm going to use one simple example, which will be roof cleaning, and we'll follow this example throughout all 5 levels of awareness. So let's start at the very top, which is completely unaware. This homeowner doesn't think they have a problem. Here's what they're probably thinking. Yeah, my roof looks a little old, but roofs are supposed to look old. So what kind of content works here? At this level, you use curiosity. You're not even selling roof cleaning. You're just waking them up to the fact that something might be wrong. So here are some examples you can literally use, which can be a Facebook ad or Instagram ad, and it can basically say the silent problem that can void your insurance in your city. And so you can also do a YouTube video, what those black streaks on your roof actually mean in your city. Or you can have a website, blog, or Google business profile post that says how roof algae quietly costs homeowners thousands in whatever city you're in. They go from my roof looks old or whatever to wait, well, that might actually be a problem. And once they feel that, they move to level 2, problem aware. And at the problem aware stage, now the homeowner's thinking, okay, I definitely have these black streaks that these guys talked about, but what are they? So now they turn to Google and they're going to be Googling things like, what are the black streaks on my roof? At this level, the right content is pain driven and educational. You're explaining what the problem is, why it happens, and what happens if they ignore it. So examples of the type of content you can create are going to be a YouTube video where you explain what are the black streaks on your roof. And in that video, you break down its algae, how it spreads, how it shortens roof life, and how it can affect the curb appeal and even home value. And then if you want to use a Facebook ad, you could say, tired of ugly black streaks on your roof? Here's what they really are. You're just being educational. And then if you want to do it even on your website or a frequently asked question, you can just say something like, are black roof streaks dangerous or just ugly? The goal is to move them from I have some weird black stuff on my roof to I have a real problem. They move over to the solution aware level. At the solution aware level, now they're thinking, okay, I need to get this clean, but what's the right way? So now they're going to be searching things like soft wash versus pressure washing a roof. And at this level, the right content is promise driven. You're showing you're the best, and you're showing that you know the safest way to get the results they want. And so an example of the type of content you can create for this is a YouTube video. And it could be titled the safest way to remove black roof streaks without ruining your shingles. Or you could go ahead and run a Facebook ad. And then you can probably say something with a hook like, thinking about pressure washing your roof? Watch this before you do it yourself. And then you can even create a blog or explainer on your website where you just basically say soft washing versus pressure washing, which is safest for your roof in your city. And here your goal is that they go from I need to clean this somehow to I should probably hire a professional soft wash company. Now they're not debating whether to fix it, they're debating who should fix it. And once they come to that debate, that's when they reach the product aware stage. They want to hire a professional. Now they're just comparing companies. So they're looking at Google reviews, they're checking your website and 2 of the 3 competitors, and they're asking their friends for recommendations. And so the goal of that product aware is they say, out of all companies I've seen, these guys look like the safest bet. And once they like you, they still might be on the fence. And that's where they move to the most aware. And at the most aware, this is the tiny slice where most companies live in. What the homeowner's thinking is, I know who you are. I know roof cleaning is the right move. I've seen your work. I'm just deciding, do I really want to spend the money right now? And am I going to use or keep putting it off? And at this level, your content should be offer driven, a clear reason to act now with you instead of later with somebody else. An example of this could be a Facebook or Instagram offer ad. And so your hook could be this week only in your city, roof soft wash, 10 spots, 15% off for first time customers. Click to get a 30-second quote. So there's a clear offer, a clear limit, and a clear call to action. And now I want to show you how all 5 levels of awareness connect together as a funnel. So let's walk through one homeowner's journey from start to finish right now. So let's say one day they're scrolling on Facebook, they see your completely unaware ad, which is going to be the silent roof problem that can void your insurance in whatever city they're in. Then they watch you point out the black streaks. So for the first time they think, my roof kind of looks like that. Then that night they Google, what are black streaks on my roof? And they find your problem aware YouTube video breaking down exactly what's happening and why it matters. A few days later they search soft wash versus pressure wash roof. They land on your solution aware video. And now they're thinking, I want to use a pro. And because they watch the videos, they start getting your product aware retargeting content. So now they're seeing before and afters from their neighborhood, case studies, homeowner testimonials, and they check out your reviews. And at this point, you're probably the front runner. And then finally, they see your most aware ad on Facebook. And it might say this week only, roof soft wash in this city. We have 10 spots left, $100 off for first time customers. And then they click and fill out your quote form and book the job. And that's how content should work. When you build content at every level of awareness, your market actually gets bigger over time. And so let's do a quick recap of the entire video of what I talked about. So there are 5 levels of awareness: completely unaware, problem aware, solution aware, product aware, and most aware. So if you want more jobs, you need content for the whole ladder, starting with the people who don't even realize they have a problem yet. What I suggest that you do right now after watching this is pick one level you've been ignoring and film 3 pieces of content for it this week. Just one level and 3 pieces. And if you need or want help mapping this out for your pressure washing or exterior cleaning business, I'll drop a link below where you can book a call with me and my team, because we help over 125 plus exterior cleaning and pressure washing businesses with their marketing. So if this was helpful, hit subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.